Hi, this is Digital Femme and welcome to my channel. So in this video, I want to talk about virtual environments or 3D worlds. And I want to talk about two in particular. One is Second Life and the other one is Minecraft. Interestingly enough, perhaps Minecraft might not be considered a virtual world, but definitely a type of immersive environment. And if you want to hear what I want to say about them, then continue watching. Hi, thanks for staying. So the first virtual world I've ever experienced was Second Life. Second Life is a 3D virtual platform, and I believe they came out of beta or, launched in mainstream maybe around 2003, 2004. And the platform was developed by Philip Rosdale and his team out in California. Well, of course, where else, right? So I got introduced to Second Life by my friend Jerry, or my neighbor. At that time, I was living in Houston, Texas, and I was a nurse there. So the first time I logged on to Second Life was about 2004, 2005. What it is almost like if you've heard of Sims, if you've heard of Minecraft. I consider Minecraft a virtual world. The reason why I wanted to talk about immersive platforms was because what had happened to me when I was on Second Life. When you're on Second Life, you create an avatar, pretty much like any other type of game now or platform. Back then people thought that Second Life was a game, and a lot of people think that Second Life still is a game. Well, it can be. It absolutely can be, but for many people, Second Life was almost like another way for them to express themselves, or their alter ego, if you may. Now, the way I went around Second Life was I created an avatar that pretty much looked like myself in a way. Not really, but I didn't make my avatar out to be an animal or some mythical creature. It was like a human being form. The only difference is in Second Life, you can obviously alter your avatar's image or body, and I created my avatar to have really, really, really humongous boobs. I mean, not disgustingly humongous, but yes, because you can. Because I guess in real life, I don't have double D's or D's or whatever. I don't know. To me, boobs were something that, or breasts were something that I just love. So my avatar in Second Life would have big breasts, and that's kind of like the only difference. But interestingly enough, it was the characters or people who were behind these avatars that I got to understand that there was more to it than just running around creating an avatar and seeing what you can do on the virtual platform. For instance, there was one gentleman that his avatar was quite a hot avatar. He had a six-pack ab. It was quite a very good-looking avatar. And I met this gentleman because I wanted to buy shoes. It's a long story. So you go through a search, you click on shoes, you go shopping for shoes, and then for some reason it teleported me to this place in Second Life, this store, and I couldn't find where the shoes were, but instead I heard music, and there was the place that I teleported to in the lower area of this three-dimensional building. There was people dancing, so I didn't know exactly how to get down there, so I fell down the railing. I didn't die. Your avatar doesn't die unless you wanted to, but I don't know. That's something else. So my avatar got up, and I realized that I was in a virtual strip joint, or a 3D virtual strip joint. And I was like, oh my God, this is really crazy. So on one side of the place was male strippers, and then on the other side was female strippers. And these were like avatars stripping. So you might think this is crazy, but to me, you have to understand the technology and what goes into creating this type of experience. So for instance, the animation, people had to create and develop and code these animations for these avatars, and people had to create the basic avatar image and skins or hair. You have to make that. You have to either make that in Photoshop or and upload it as a whatever file. So there's a lot of creativity that happens in creating these 3D virtual environments for people to have these types of experiences. Okay, you need to understand that, for one. So anyway, and there's also a chat feature. So somebody just chatted to me, because you can, and they said to come over. So I walked over with my avatar, and they said to right click on this stool. And at that time I was kind of fairly new. So, okay, I right clicked, and then it made you sit down on the stool. And right in front of me, on a level, like a platform that's a little bit higher than my avatar, obviously, was a male avatar that was stripping on a pole. And I don't want to go into detail, but so basically, here's the thing. I ended up chatting with this avatar, and the human behind the avatar was actually someone in a hospital in the UK. And he told me, like, whether or not it's true, I'm just telling you what this person behind this avatar chatted to me. And he told me that he was in a hospital in the UK. He had a job testing like Honda cars, like Honda racing cars, and he had gotten into an accident a few years ago, and he was just going through his fifth spinal surgery. So he was pretty much like in the hospital and couldn't move. And then he said that the reason why he told me, I'm paraphrasing here because this was a long time ago, he said something like, if it wasn't for Second Life, he would go nuts. And he said that being on Second Life, well, I asked him, I said, well, the way the conversation rolled was, why did you want to become a male stripper? And that's when he told me his story that he was in a hospital and he had a car crash and all that stuff, and he was basically paralyzed. And I was like, oh, okay, oh, and I was a nurse back then, so obviously it really resonated with me. Like, I felt for him. So he said that if it wasn't for Second Life, he would have gone crazy, because being on Second Life and choosing an avatar where you can dance and walk and all that stuff, it helped him. It just helped him deal with his real life, because obviously in his real life he can't dance. And he even said that. He said, I can't dance in real life or walk around, but in Second Life I can. And I was like, okay. And then there was another avatar I saw walking around in Second Life, and it was a female avatar, and she had quite a big belly, like she was pregnant. Then I was wondering, my goodness, out of all the avatars you can create, why would you choose to have a big belly to be pregnant? So I role played, and I went up to her and I said to her, oh, hi, how many months are you? And then she said, oh, I'm 6 months. So, like there's some role playing going on in these 3D virtual environments, obviously. So we had a little chit chat, and then I was comfortable enough to ask her human behind the avatar, oh, what made you choose to be pregnant? And then she said that she couldn't get pregnant in real life. So this helped her. She found out she couldn't get pregnant in real life. So this being pregnant in Second Life kind of like helped her deal with that. And then I was like, okay. So back in 2005, when Second Life was almost like at its heyday, and by heyday I mean everybody and every media outlet and company wanted to have a presence in Second Life. IBM was there, Wired Magazine, even American Apparel, you name it, everybody. And they wanted to test it out because it was like a whole hype thing. And then they soon left. And then all of a sudden Second Life got a bad rap. And the reason why everybody left and they said Second Life got a bad rap and that it was really a nothing platform was because all these companies jumped in, obviously because it was a new technology. It was like something new, so they wanted to be part of it. But they said that they built their 3D presence. It's very much like creating a website online, except when you create a website, it's very two-dimensional. It's just like You can, you can have like animations and stuff, but that's pretty much it. Whereas when you build a presence in a 3D world, you can literally build three-dimensional objects, which are furniture, buildings, objects, anything. You can duplicate anything in Second Life that's in real life. And a lot of people did that. There was a lot of groups of communities that actually replicated famous structures in real life in Second Life. Like there's this, I think, famous opera in Vienna. I can't remember, but there's a famous opera house in Europe, or was it Paris? And somebody took the time, or people took the time to replicate that in Second Life. So in your avatar, you can walk around and experience it. It's really beautiful. So anyway, yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say. Anyway, I forgot what I was gonna say, so I just kind of like stopped the video. But now I'm just gonna like continue from. I'm just gonna continue. So that was my first experience with Second Life, and there's more to it than that. But I ended up meeting someone. I ended up meeting a watchmaker in Second Life. Literally, he created three-dimensional watches, like that you can wear, and then it told time, and you can buy it and click on it. And if you haven't heard, there was back in the news, I think 2006, there was a news where there was a lady named An Shi Chung, and she was the first avatar or person to make about $1 million in real estate in a 3D virtual world. And you can make money in Second Life because you can create furniture. People created clothing and makeup, skins for makeup and hairstyles, and they created boats and motorcycles and pets. Like literally anything you have in real life, content creators created it in Second Life. And it even had animation, colors, textures, everything. So you were allowed to buy it through the Linden Lab currency. Oh yes, so Second Life was Philip Rosdale back then was the CEO, but the company who created Second Life was called Linden Labs. So they called their digital currency or virtual world currency Linden dollars, and you attached a Linden dollar value to anything you created. People would buy it through, you could work in Second Life, like you can work as pretty much anything, whatever there was a job for, and you can get paid in Linden dollars. And then you would convert your Linden dollars into US dollars through PayPal. So there's lots of uses that people did for Second Life. I know, oh yes, I remember. I know a lot of businesses went on there and then they left saying that, oh, Second Life is pretty much empty. Well, it's because when you're in a 3D virtual world and you are creating a brand presence, you need people there to constantly engage. Like you need activity. And there was a lot of activity back then. Harvard's law school was there, and I believe one of Harvard's professors, there was a big PR thing in the news that Harvard was going to, Harvard had a cyber law course, Cyber Law 101 or something like that, and they were going to create a course for Second Life for free, so anybody in the world with an avatar can just join and listen to the course. And not only that, I believe that one of the first musicians was either Susan Vega or Maroon 5. So literally Maroon 5 or Susan Vega had created avatars, or people created avatars for them. Susan Vega had a guitar, and they would live stream. She would perform in real life and live stream the music with her avatar, with her animated avatar. I'll try to find the YouTube videos that show that, and I'll put them in the link in the description below. Okay, that's one thing. I can go on and on about Second Life, so maybe I'm going to do a Second Life series. But so the one thing is I met somebody in Second Life, and we ended up working together creating a 3D magazine called First Touch magazine. And First Touch because it was all about touching. We kind of felt that the devices that we're going to roll out, we kind of felt that first touched magazine was because people would be literally showing viewing magazines in these devices where you can just touch the screen and buy. So we were really ahead of our time. We really were. So I met this person, and then I ended up moving to Frankfurt. And the reason why I moved to Frankfurt was because we really believed that a 3D virtual world was going to be the future. We really believed that people would engage online and interact using their devices, just like now through Zoom because of COVID. But anyway, so that's why I moved to Frankfurt. Now, in terms of Minecraft, it's funny, but I forgot his real name, but I know they called him Nosh or Nosh. But anyway, it was funny, but I kind of met him, but not really. I was in Berlin attending a augmented reality conference, and there was a bunch of people gathered around some guy, and he was demoing something on his mobile phone, and everybody was like looking at it. And I kind of like, one of my friends says, "Oh, come here, you were in Second Life, come and look at this." And I looked at it, and I was like, oh, it's just a bunch of blocks, right? Like the avatars were blocks. It was a very blocky world. And I compared it to Second Life, where Second Life had an amazing physics engine, and this one was like was ugly, what I thought. So I didn't really pay any attention to it, and lo and behold, now look at Minecraft. So with Minecraft, I started playing Minecraft 5 years ago, and I really got involved in it because you can build, even though the build features are not as sophisticated as Second Life or any other 3D virtual platform. You can build in blocks, but you can really, I wish I took photos of some of my Minecraft creations, and I think I have. I'll just have to find it. But you too can get immersed. So if you don't know Minecraft, so Minecraft is like, basically it's a sandbox game, and you mine. You have to mine for things so that you can build things, so that you can eat. You have to craft your tools so you can chop a tree. You can hunt for food, cook the food, and it's really all that stuff. So the thing how you can get immersed in it was, I am afraid of heights. Like, I have this fear of heights. And in Minecraft, you can climb mountains and taigas and high places, but with your little avatar. And even when I find myself in high spaces or places in Minecraft and I look down, I still get the heebie-jeebies in my tummy. So even though it's a game, that fear, that I still get this adrenaline, like, oh my god, I'm gonna fall. You don't. Anyway, so, and not only that, Minecraft has these mobs. There are friendly mobs or unfriendly mobs, and these mobs are like skeletons that shoot you. There are creepers that explode. There are zombies that kill you. That kind of stuff, right? And they just pop up when they do. And there's witches that cast spells on you. So here you are trying to survive in Minecraft, and there is a survival mode. There's a survival mode in Minecraft. So you try to survive and make a life for yourself in Minecraft by mining things and building equipment, making your own house. And you have to eat, because if you don't eat, you will die. Like, literally, there's a hunger bar. So you gain experience points, and you just have to make sure that you don't get killed by these mobs that can just all of a sudden pop up and try to get you, right? So that is scary. Like, I remember my first night in Minecraft was the most scariest thing, because you hear skeletons rattling, and you hear zombies moaning, and you hear witches like giggling and laughing. It was just really, really scary. Even though I knew that at any point I can just log off or shut down my laptop's, like fold down my laptop, instead I would dig through the ground and hide until morning came. That's how scary it was. Like, Like, even if I died, like, who cares? It's just a little game. But I kid you not, I was so scared. And I'm going to stop right here because I could just go on, and I really didn't plan for this topic. I was just like, oh, I'm going to do my video today, which I'm doing the 166-day challenge. And if you don't know what that is, it's choosing to do one thing for 1 hour a day for 66 days straight. So I've chosen to do a YouTube video every day for 66 days to jumpstart this old YouTube channel that I had started in 2008. And by the way, when I get to video 66, I'm not going to stop there, because I ended up in a previous video saying that I was going to up the ante and do the 1,000 day challenge, meaning I'm going to continue doing or uploading a video every day for 1,000 days. So, yeah, that's about it. So this is my 54th video in the 166-day challenge, and I knew I wanted to do a video, and then all of a sudden I thought about virtual worlds, because it's something that I wish I really had more time to go into, because it's so much fun. And honestly, you know what? I'll stop here and I'll do a virtual world series, because I just will. So if you watched to this end of this video, thank you very much. And if you kind of find this video interesting or this topic, then might as well just like the video and maybe consider subscribing, because you never know. I might have a video for you that you listen to and it might end up motivating you or inspiring you or giving you an aha moment. Anyway, with that said, have a great day, have a great evening, and bye-bye.